Attention, you are now listening to the Extra Medium Show with your hosts, Alex and Corey.
Yo, welcome back to another episode, Extra Medium Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am Corey. Across the room is Shaman. Next to me,
Alex.
as usual.
Yes, sir. So
Well-
what are we doing this week?
Well, my palms are sweaty,
Oh, shit.
knees weak,
Yeah?
arms are heavy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like you have some ailments.
Yeah. Now we're doing movies about musicians.
Biofilms.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot, and some are really good and some are really bad, I think. When we say movies about musicians, are we talking straight biopics, or like can they be fictional bands?
Sure.
If it follows the band for like the majority of the movie.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, would you count a movie like Almost Famous
Yes.
as a
Yeah, if
Fitting
we're
in this
talking
theme.
about that, yeah. That's my wife's favorite movie.
really?
She watched it last night or the night before.
See, that's a.
Just because we were talking about this topic, and
But you know, it almost could be a biopic because it's about the reporter guy's life.
yeah,
You know, I mean, he's not technically in the band, but he's kind of in the band. You know what I'm saying?
he's not in the band.
Well, a little bit. He goes with the band.
You seen it, Shaman?
No.
You've
Huh.
never seen Almost Famous?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's great. It has a great soundtrack. Has like one of those scenes, like best movie scenes ever, where they're sitting on the bus and they start singing Elton John. But it's about a reporter who was a kid. He was what, like 12, 14?
Oh, he was older than that. He was 16, 17 probably.
I don't know if he was that.
No, maybe he was like 15.
Yeah. And he gets a job with Rolling Stone. They didn't know that he was a kid.
I think he's like 15.
And he winds up touring with a band that's trying to make a comeback tour. And then dealing with all the drama that
A band goes through.
It's really good, and it's all. I mean, as much I guess I'm sure there's some liberties, but it's a true story. It's pretty sweet. I think the band who they're portraying is like the Allman Brothers, or I think maybe someone like that.
Yeah.
But
It's a good movie.
yeah, I like
I
it.
would recommend. We're talking real people. What do you think? What movie comes to mind?
One of my favorites is probably Walk the Line,
No?
Oh yeah.
the Johnny Cash one.
Uh,
Big fan of that.
What's his name? Does a hell
Joaquin
of a
Phoenix.
yeah. He
Yeah.
does a hell of a job to portray him.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first watched that, I was very impressed.
Yeah, I like the scenes when he's in the prison. Those are really cool, and he sang all the. I mean, most of these people in these movies sing the songs
Mhm.
of the people they're playing, but I think he did a good job singing. Sounded good.
Yeah.
It's a long movie.
Seems to be the more tragic the life, the better the movie.
Yeah, I've noticed in this
Yeah.
theme of, movies that we're doing, a lot of them have like a destructive background.
Well, who wants to watch a movie where it's
True.
just all...
True,
Oh, my
but
goodness.
it also provides as a theatrical, aspect to it, like
What?
theatric
Okay.
part to their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you said, just cut and dry. Oh, he became famous. Everything worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me it's 8 Mile probably.
I just watched that like a week or two ago with Dana.
For the first time?
No,
Oh.
no. But I haven't watched it fully through in a long time.
That's probably one of the most well-known ones. I mean, you got that. You got Walk the Line, and you got, in my opinion, Selena.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Oh, what?
It's
There's
a-
even a TV show out now.
Yeah.
I
It's a
haven't
good
seen that
movie,
either.
man.
Yeah, it's a
we
good-
watched it. I watched it in high school.
She got murdered, right?
Yeah, by her so-called manager that she fired. She's up for parole here soon.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not gonna let her out.
Nah.
What was the chick?
Yeah, it was her
Yeah.
manager. She stole all her she was stealing all her money that were going to donations and fundraisers and stuff like that. And she found out about it and pretty much fired her, and she was so heartbroken and stuff.
Yeah.
She called her over and then she shot her.
Yeah.
And
She was like 16, 17, maybe she was a little older. I don't
Damn.
know how
I think she was older.
Selena was when she died, but yeah, it's super,
Damn.
super sad. But yeah, I watched it in school.
I remember watching it when I was younger.
I feel like we watched inappropriate movies in school.
Oh, 100%.
It's weird. Like who determines what's appropriate?
Well, that's the rating on the movie, right?
I guess.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on like if you're talking about a relevant subject too in class, you know?
Yeah.
She was 24 when she died.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
I figured she was over 18 because she had a relationship with her guitarist, and I don't see how that wouldn't have been, newsworthy.
Was he old?
Yeah, he was older than her.
Hmm.
I mean, he wasn't old,
Right.
but he was definitely older than her.
Who do you think has the saddest story in any of these kind of movies?
Have you? Go ahead.
Anyone where they die at the end. I mean,
Well,
Have you ever seen the movie Bird?
nope.
no.
Okay,
Bird.
it's about this jazz player.
It'd go a long way if you could remember his name.
Yeah.
Like a real jazz player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Does he like birds?
No, his name was Bird because
Larry Bird?
No, his nickname was Bird or Yardbird as it originally started out.
Okay.
And he was a jazz player in like the 40s,
Okay.
and he was extremely into drugs. I mean, it was well known. He was very famous. Like, he toured all across America. He went to France, Europe, all that. His while he was high and stuff, his daughter actually ended up dying because he like had something because of all the drugs, and she was born sick, and she died while he was on tour, and it fucked him up like massively, so he just started doing even more drugs. And he actually tried to commit suicide because obviously drugs, depression, all that stuff didn't mix.
Mm-hmm.
He survived it, but then he ended up dying anyways a little bit later because of all the drugs he took. And when he died, the coroner actually thought he was like 60, but he was only 34.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is there any happy parts in it? Because it doesn't fucking sound like it.
Not really.
Okay.
His name was actually Charlie Parker.
Okay. I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a very famous like jazz saxophonist.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. Forrest Whitaker's in it.
What?
What's his last name?
Say it. I want you to say it.
Whitaker?
Whitaker?
Whitaker? Whatever.
I think it's Whitaker, right? Whittaker? I think it's Whitaker.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I'm sorry. We'll cut that out.
No, it's Taker.
Huh?
Taker.
Whitaker.
Taker. Taker.
There's letters before that.
Yeah. Whitaker.
It's Whitaker.
WHI Taker.
So
I understand.
So the disconnect is coming. You're saying a hard T. He's saying a soft T.
Okay.
It's nothing.
What's the A, too? I mean, it's semantics, I suppose.
I mean, you're saying it with an umlaut, and you're not. I don't know.
All right, well, moving on. Brought up 8 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
You seen Get Rich or Die Trying?
I have.
Yes.
Which one's better? It's very similar type story. Kinda. I mean,
Be honest,
I
Get
can't-
Rich or Die Trying.
That's
in
what
my
I'm
opinion.
leaning towards.
is better than 8
That's
Mile?
what I'm leaning towards. You know, I mean, 8 Mile is just like
I mean,
gritty.
yeah.
But I'm not
I
taking.
mean,
it-
I like Eminem. Amazing artist. I mean, who doesn't know Eminem?
Is there more rapping in 8 Mile than Get Rich or Die Trying? Is there better rapping in 8 Mile than Get Rich or Die Trying?
I think so.
Yeah.
But
Better freestyle.
But the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The songs are pretty good in Get Rich or Die Trying too, and the soundtrack's great.
That one scene they have, that's the one where it has whoever the antagonist is just walks up to a police car
Yeah.
and just that
Yeah.
was wild.
And then they make a song talking about it.
Yeah. That was a little intense.
Now, do you guys like Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Who was that? His Ice Cube's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked very similar.
Yeah,
I
he could have been a brother.
are you a big NWA fan?
I mean, I like.
I'm not that big. Honestly, I'm not that big of like an Ice Cube's music. I respect it for what it is, but like I'm not.
I like Ice Cube's music. Some of the songs just make you angry. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's not why I don't like it. But yeah, I don't know.
It's
It's
just
just,
not
not
your
my
flow.
thing. Yeah, it's just not my thing.
are you more of like a?
I'm a fan of Ice Cube. I'm a big fan of Ice Cube.
You think you're more of a East Coast or West Coast rap?
East Coast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
I think I'd go West Coast.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the material I have is not much, so I can't really make an educated decision.
What about you, Shaman? Do you know the difference?
Yeah, I know. I'd probably go West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shaman's rocking them bandanas.
Actually, I have a few. But okay, back on topic. But yeah, Straight Outta Compton. I thought it was a good movie for what it was. I think they had some liberties there, director liberties. But I do believe a lot of things in that movie actually happened. Obviously. I feel bad for the guy for contracting what was it, AIDS.
The guy, Easy.
Yeah.
That's a whole conspiracy in itself, right there.
Yeah.
Who they think?
There's I don't know. I've heard that somebody gave it to him. Like,
Corey doesn't want to put someone on blast.
I mean, I'm not.
He knows. Just know he knows.
I don't feel it's safe to put this out over the airwaves. To be, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know it. I don't know anything.
All right. Yeah.
No, there's conspiracies around it, but yeah, he got HIV and died. They should. I mean, I'm sure they probably have made a movie about Eazy, but I just don't know what it is.
I don't
It's
know.
not like a mainstream movie. He's not.
Did you just say you don't care about Eazy?
I didn't say that.
All right. All right. Moving
I said
on.
I do care about Eazy, and I would like to see a movie about Eazy.
That's not
But
what you
they
said with your eyes. No, I'm more of a fan of the old like classic rock stories. Like Bohemian Rhapsody's pretty good. It just seems like in that movie when they would come up with the big Queen songs that everyone knows, it just seemed too like a magical, like a Disney moment when they just would discover the beat for the song or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, you can't make that moment better than it was, and that's what they try to do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that moment in real life is going to stretch out, longer than I just made up this great new song. They've probably been working on it for.
Well, that's like
months.
when they found the bass line for When Another One Bites the Dust. It was like some but the dude was just sitting there like for 2 hours, just like
It was a lot longer than that. It was a lot more, strenuous.
That's that's one gripe I have about the movie, but the movie's good. It makes you feel real sorry for Freddie's life.
yeah, I think those movies are made like that.
Yeah.
They made make the main guy look like the hero.
Yeah. You know what I hate in almost every, movie with musicians or music in them? I hate when they're playing an instrument and their fingers doesn't match up to the motherfucking song. Like, as a musician, I'm not saying I'm a great musician, whatever, but I have played, instruments.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I play...
Shaman was an
3 different
orchestral
instruments.
You play the
maestro.
guitar?
No, I play bass guitar, bass,
I was about
and
to say,
violin.
pick one of those guitars up right now.
Alex can.
You play
but-
guitar?
Yeah.
Why do I have the guitar?
I don't know. Why do you have half of this shit?
Okay,
I don't.
but like when you're when
Thought you
you
were just a
know
collector or
how to
something.
play, certain instruments, and you watch somebody in a movie play that instrument or instrument close to it, and their hand isn't even moving or is just wildly moving, you get frustrated. So
Attention to detail.
Yeah.
That movie, Whiplash, is really good about being the opposite of what you're
Yeah.
complaining about. Like, I guess they like really did it, and
But is it worth it? Like, how many people actually notice that?
Shaman.
Yeah, but who gives?
I mean,
think the director
I
gives a
feel like
shit
a
about
lot of
Shaman?
people. I feel like a
If
lot of people
99%
actually.
of the people don't catch that, like, and 1% does, and
I feel like a lot of people actually.
Why do you
That's an
think when
issue
they
with a lot of people.
re-released the Titanic, James Cameron put the correct night sky in the sky? Because people complain. One person complaining is gonna. I mean, if you're trying to
Other
make like
people's
a
gonna
wait,
realistic,
what did they change?
like
The stars
where the
alignment?
stars were, they changed it to what they actually were on April 14th, 1912.
So stupid.
To be honest, I didn't know that.
Mm.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean that's something that a movie should pick up on if it's a movie about music or
Right.
a musician.
Right. And this is I've
'Cause you're
never
gonna
seen
draw
that
in-
movie, but you get that movie's about like a performing arts place or something, right? So
Yeah, it
like
goes
you
in-
have to be perfect.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what the movie is about. The director wants perfection from his students, so obviously they have to get it right in the movie.
Yeah. All right, let's go through and knock out a list real quick of, like, best movies about fake bands and shit, like, off the
Alright.
top of your head. Because we didn't really prepare for this, but, like you said, Almost Famous.
Almost Famous.
You seen Hustle and Flow? Terrence
Yes.
Howard.
Yeah, a long time ago. I don't.
He won
remember.
a Grammy for the
For
song they
that?
made in that movie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and that shit is awesome when they come up with the beat and they're in the little house studio and shit,
Mhm.
and they come and then they find the hook, and then the best part they let what's the girl's name? Is it Taraji P Henson maybe?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's I don't know if that's her, but
Yeah,
They do a lot of
she
stuff together.
sings and then they let her hear her voice. Shaman, can you look up who's in Hustle and Flow for me?
Yep.
Yeah, they
And
let
she's
her
good?
hear her voice. Yeah, like she never heard herself sing, and she starts crying and stuff. It's awesome, dude.
heck
But
yeah.
Hustle and Flow would
Is
recommend.
it? Is it? I can't. Is it a happy ending?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tierney Manning, Teresa Henson,
Yeah, see, I got it right. Yeah,
Anthony Anderson,
that's what I needed. Yeah,
and Terrence Howard.
yeah.
What about have you seen This Is Spinal Tap?
I don't.
So that's like a mockumentary of this guy's following this band around,
Yeah,
and it's like the late 70s, 80s, like heavy metal, like over the top, like Stonehenge backdrops and stuff. But everything is it's just like a parody of everything. Like, one of the most famous scenes from that is he's getting interviewed. The guitar player is getting interviewed in this room of guitars, and he's showing him one of his amps, and he's talking about how loud it gets because it goes to 10, and he's like, but it goes to 11 actually in case you want to get louder. And the reporter's like, well, why don't you just make 10 louder?
yeah.
And he's like, but this one goes to 11. So it's louder. And I did a horrible job of
No,
describing
I
that
get the
scene.
joke though. That's funny.
But they have that. They have like they had a Stonehenge display built to be lowered onto the stage during the performance, but they whoever gave the dimensions had it in inches and not feet. So it was like a little miniature model. And
That's funny.
yeah, it's funny because
It's almost a spoof off of real life, like
yeah. And I really think stuff like that did happen, like just stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, especially
You
in the 80s, I would
Yeah.
presume.
you seen what was it? Dewey Cox? Is that make fun of like Walk the Line?
Yeah, it was
It's like It's what's his name?
something hard or something, right?
Yeah, from Step Brothers.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jenna Fisher, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And then
But that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, Jenna Fisher.
They catch him doing different drugs. He catches the one guy doing different drugs every time in the bathroom, and then he finally catches him smoking weed. And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "You don't want no parts of this. This is marijuana." He's like, "Oh, so like you get a hangover real bad the next day?" And he's like, "No, There are no after effects the next day. Then but it's like super addictive. He's like, actually, no, it's not really addictive at all. Stay away. It'll ruin your life. Like, it's funny as shit. But what
I
else
like
we got?
that one. Like fictional ones? Okay, so this one is borderline musical-ish, but it's across the universe. Have you seen that?
No.
Have you seen that, Shaman?
I think so.
So it's about the main character. His name is Jude. Okay, and obviously the Beatles have a song called "Hey Jude."
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It just came out recently. A couple years ago.
No, it's been out for probably 10, 15.
Where he makes up the Beatles?
That's yesterday.
Okay, my
Okay.
bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
So-
you're cool. So what it is it's following him. It's the 1960s. He gets on a boat to be a worker on there, but he gets off in America, like he leaves, and he's just he's looking for his dad, who was an American soldier in World War II. He's looking for him just to tell him that he's alive. But the whole movie, they're singing songs, and it's going in the order of how the Beatles made their songs. And it's singing the Beatles songs. So, like, you have, like, I Want to Hold Your Hand is in there, and it's in a scene where a girl's in high school and she's dreaming about someone who she has a crush on.
So the whole soundtrack is Beatles hits.
And maybe not even hits, a couple deep cuts, but it's going in the progression of
When they came out.
And it's the story. Jude befriends a guy who's going to school.
Is it actually a good movie, or is it just some Beatles shit?
No,
that
it's a
Beatles
really good
fans
movie
like?
because he becomes friends with this guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, he becomes friends with this guy, and then their story, the guy gets drafted into Vietnam. That's the Beatles, and then it shows while the other guys are back at home, it's the Beatles psychedelic era, and then he gets messed up, and it's good. It's good. Do you like the Beatles?
Yeah, for what they are. I don't think they're like. I mean, I understand what they were at the time. It doesn't like blow my mind, but I enjoy it. I'll listen to a song here and there.
A tune?
Yeah, I'm not gonna like turn it off, but I'm not gonna search for it really either.
Okay. I like the Beatles. Do you like the Beatles?
What's the other one though? The
Yesterday?
Beatles, yeah, he like goes back in time.
I
or some
don't-
shit. Or he
something
wakes up and the
happens.
Beatles don't exist.
They don't exist, but he knew the songs.
Yeah, so he writes all the Beatles songs
Uh-huh.
and comes out like.
That's a good idea for.
But would that
I
even work? Would if you right now came
I
out,
don't think so
and you-
because the music's different now.
you're gonna come out with "I Want to Hold Your Hand" right now.
The song "Yesterday" I think would do very well right now.
I mean, certain songs I think would.
Does he change it up or does he put
I
it
don't
out
know.
exactly?
I haven't seen it, but you can change one of those songs up and use. Like,
Yeah, you could make it into music nowadays. Just tweak it a little bit.
Mhm.
But
I don't know if it would hold up. That's interesting. I'm gonna need to watch that.
Now you could just use auto tune.
yeah. So onto the more fictional
Mm-hmm.
movies. Would you consider Josie and the Pussycats a fictional movie?
Are they?
Aren't they a real
were
band?
they a real band?
Yeah, but it's not about like the real band. Like
like like our world, like real life band. Is that what you mean, Corey? Or a real band in the movie?
In real life, like they have
No.
songs out.
I don't think so.
Did songs from?
That's from that.
That's
they're
a
from
show.
that comic. That's a show
Yeah.
now, Riverdale.
Oh,
Archie.
yeah,
They're from the
okay.
Archie comics.
Well, then yeah, that counts.
yeah, okay. You ever watch that movie,
What?
No,
Josie and the
A
Pussycats?
long time ago.
Yeah,
maybe I did actually.
it's from like 2005.
I probably did.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
Yeah.
the movies a lot. back
I
then.
mean, it was obviously not the greatest movie.
Uh-huh.
Very bad acting in my opinion. But it had its gems.
What's better, Josie and the Pussycats or Spice World?
Spice World's about a real band.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. But I mean, it's. Shaman, what Spice Girl are you?
What's the mean one?
There's no right
I-
answer to that question, so go ahead and answer. What's the mean one? That's the wrong answer.
Is it no, not sporty.
Scary?
Oh my god, you're still looking.
Yeah, man. I want to know what Spice Girl I am.
What one are you?
I'm none of the Spice Girls. I'm the Spice Girls manager. What about School of Rock? Does that count?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tenacious D.
I like Tenacious D.
Yeah.
The drummer from School of Rock just died. Like last week.
Really?
Yeah, he got hit by a car.
Damn.
Yeah.
The kid?
Well, I mean, he's an adult now because the movie's old, but yeah.
The Blues Brothers. Does that count?
Oh, I fucking love the Blues Brothers. But see, they have a lot of real people in them too. Like Aretha Franklin's in it, and you know, Ray Charles.
What's the one where they like take over the radio station? Fucking
Airheads.
Yeah.
With Brendan Fraser.
That's a fucking good
That's
movie.
a good movie.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, dude.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have seen it.
And Steve Buscemi's in it, and
The
Adam
news
Sandler.
guy's trying to come in and interview him, and so that they're asking him questions if he's a cop or not.
I don't remember that,
I don't know if I remember that either.
but maybe.
And he's asking him like, who's a better artist, and then the guy gives him an answer,
Yeah.
and he's like, no real journalist would give that
Yep,
answer.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That has John Candy in it too, I think.
It's a good movie. You probably never seen CB4, Cell Block 4.
I haven't seen
These
that.
dudes go, they're in jail, and then they make a rap group. But they're stupid as shit. Like, it's like, it's a stupid ass movie, but it's super. It's super.
Of course you would watch it.
I felt it needed to be mentioned.
Did you watch The Dirt
Yeah,
with Motley Crue? Did
Yeah.
you watch that shit?
that's a good movie.
Nah.
That movie's raunchy.
Yeah,
That's
They
a
do-
movie, right? Not a miniseries?
it's a movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know that at least.
Yeah. I think I'm not a huge MGK fan, but I think he did a pretty good
Yeah, he did a good
Tommy
job.
Lee. I saw them in concert, and he did the little thing where he was strapped in his drum set and going upside down and shit.
Really?
Yeah, that was cool. It was real cool. I saw them in Kiss. That was pretty lit.
What year?
It's been a while, probably like 10 years. I don't know. Maybe not that
Were you
long.
in high school when you watched it?
Mm,
Seen it?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Cool story, man.
So cool. All right, thanks, Corey.
Okay, so describe Dirt to me.
It's the Motley Crue story, man.
It's about them getting the guys and starting touring and the lead singer.
You said it's raunchy. Is there any nudity?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Too much nudity.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch.
yeah. The lead singer had really a rough life. His kid died. I don't know if she had like cancer or something. He was in a car accident, and then I think it was with the lead singer of Hanoi Rocks. He dies.
Dang,
So
you
then
pretty
he-
much just described Charlie Parker's life too. I mean,
Huh?
the jazz player
Yeah. See.
sounded exactly
Not good.
similar.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen La Bamba?
La Bamba?
Yeah.
La 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 la. Is that?
Yeah. Actually, that's one of his
La la
songs.
la la Bamba.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. I actually like it. To me, it's one of my favorites.
Really.
Yeah. Just, the types of music he produced and
Mhm.
that kind of genre of music.
Do you know who he's talking about?
Yeah, I don't know the name off the top of my head, but
Richie
I mean,
Valens.
there you go.
Alex already knows this. He died with
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly in
and
a
the
plane
Big
crash.
Bopper. That's what the song American Pie is about.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Full circle. Here we are.
Yeah, but good movie.
So like, Elvis's movies count, right? Like,
yeah,
Do they? Like the old ones where he's surfing and stuff?
yeah. I mean, he sings in them, right? Like,
Well,
but they're not like
at what point is
biopics.
it a musical more than
Yeah,
a
that's
music
true.
movie?
That's true.
You know? I don't know. Get your shit together, though.
Damn, my bad. I won't let it happen again. Do we have any more? I feel like that's a good run, but I know we're leaving stuff off, and
We
people
didn't
are
talk
getting
about
pissed
Ray.
off. Like, I mean, we
Ray's
talked
a
about
good
Spinal
movie.
Tap.
Um,
Ray, yeah,
the
shit.
Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey. Not a big fan of him.
What's the story about Jerry Lee Lewis? Because he marries his, 13-year-old cousin.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of these like movies about old musicians and stuff. There's a very fine line between like abuse and love.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Like the coal miner's daughter, she was 15 when she got married to her husband, and then you're talking about a 13-year-old,
Yeah.
her cousin. Like,
I think they were
weird.
cousins.
yeah, I mean times have changed. Obviously,
I think Elvis's wife was his cousin. Or someone.
Who knows?
no, she was underage, and people were upset because he would write to her until she pretty much like became of age.
Is that grooming?
Yeah, I would say so.
That's not good.
And that's why a lot of people don't like Elvis because he did that.
You know?
But
They all did. I'm not saying that's an excuse.
yeah.
I think you are.
It kind of sounds like it, and I don't mean it to be. As soon as
I mean,
said
times
that, I
have
was
definitely
like,
changed. Obviously, no people aren't gonna be getting away with that nowadays.
as long as you're on the case.
Are you an Elvis fan?
I mean, he had a couple good songs, but I'm not like
Yeah, that's how I
a
feel.
big fan of his.
Our wedding song was an Elvis song.
People love Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, just being, an Elvis impersonator is.
I'd love to
career.
see an Elvis impersonator. I've never seen one.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Let's go to Vegas, man. What?
There's a lot of sin in Vegas.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good time.
Coy knows.
Yeah.
What stays in Vegas? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas with Coy.
Is that where the herpes came
That's
from?
it. Herpes is forever. It's a joke from a movie, guys. Let's not overreact.
All right. I think that's going to do it.
So what's next? The
The countdown. Let's do it.
All right, going into our next segment, the countdown.
Yes, sir.
What do we
Yes.
got?
I believe this is a shot in the dark. We're on 85.
I believe that's right.
And this week it was Requiem for a Dream, which I brought up in the episode we did about movies you only want to watch once, but I didn't want to go too much into detail when we were talking about it then because I knew it was going to be coming up. Heavy movie.
Yeah, very heavy.
Big
movie.
time heavy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Gets into some issues.
Yeah.
A lot of issues.
Yeah. But real issues.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it just shows that people are addicted to anything. Or
Yeah, everybody
everyone's
has their own vice,
Yeah.
whether it's drugs, sex,
Yeah.
pretty much anything really.
Yeah. And this movie was brutal visually. Like,
I do
it
love
did.
the song that goes with this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Amazing song.
Yeah, that really helps. Like, I mean, it sounds cliche to say that like music is the mood of a movie,
Oh, it's so important.
but yeah, like it really helps the movie
Progress and
Yeah, some movies use it as a crush to help you guide you in the direction of the way you need to feel, but that movie just goes along. I don't know, am I making sense saying that?
Yeah.
Like it's not overworking.
Right.
Like it's what it
Feels
should be.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
like that.
Yeah, I like this movie. Be honest, I watched it when I was young and I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now watching it, I do understand that everybody has their vices, everybody has things they turn to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot easier to make sense. I just thought it was like a bad porno when I was younger. But yeah,
No, it's so like real with the endings of the characters.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's hard to not feel something after that movie. This and the movie we just watched last week with American Beauty, they're both movies where you feel something after you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely this one more so in my opinion, but that's what I think makes a real good movie is when, like, not knocking them, but you get like movies like The Avengers and stuff. Great movie, it's a movie, but you come out of it like happy that you saw a movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, I agree with you.
But I'm
No,
not
good-
saying it's not a great movie for what it is, but like
It's not thought provoking.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you watch a movie and let's say you watch it in a theater and you're walking out of the theater and you're like, huh, You know what I mean? Like, in a good way, in a bad way. But if you're still thinking about it,
Yeah.
like on that drive home, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
leaves you with a taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Almost, you
Like
know?
like Requiem for a Dream, it's not really a good taste. Like the ending, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's not a happy ending. You know.
No, but it's
But it-
not.
Yeah, it's not happy for anybody.
Yeah, but it puts things into perspective for the viewer,
Yeah.
and that's
And it shows that I mean, it's
they're all human.
yeah, and basically you sleep in the bed you make, you know. So
Yeah, the one guy with the drugs, and he kind of, loses his shit.
so. Alex, just break down a quick plot overview.
so basically, the main character is Cillian Murphy. Is that how you say his first name? Cillian?
So
It's like Cillan.
probably Cillian.
Okay. He's addicted to heroin,
Yeah.
and his mom is an enabler. Would you say she's an enabler?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because-
because she sort of just goes along with
Yeah.
whatever,
The opening scene is him stealing her TV,
selling it.
selling it, and then her going to the pawn shop and rebuying the TV just
Right.
so he can do it the next day.
Right.
Because she can't stop him, so she just has to put up with what he does, you know.
Yeah, that's an enabler. Right?
Yeah, and he's with his buddy Marlon Wayans, his character, and they're just they're doing them drugs. How do they meet the girl, Shaman?
That's his girlfriend.
That's just his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, and they start getting into all that shit, and his mom gets
That's what, Jennifer Connelly?
his mom gets a letter in the mail, right? Like a mailer saying she got accepted to be in a live studio audience on a show that she really likes. I think it's a game show.
Yeah, it's a game show.
Yeah, so she starts freaking because she doesn't like her body very much. So she starts taking these diet pills that she gets from a doctor. But he says he's a doctor. He's not obviously a doctor. He's a drug dealer. So she has to take these, like, a certain amount of pills every day in a certain order.
Yeah, she's trying to lose weight so
Yeah.
she can wear this dress that she
Yeah.
wore.
The
to hit.
show, yeah.
Yeah. And the pill, she's losing weight, but it turns out the pills are uppers. So she's just, eventually they stop working. She's building up a tolerance.
Right.
These stories are happening at the same time, and then eventually she starts going through, like, withdrawal and stuff. She basically goes insane.
Yeah.
And then with the younger guys, they're just
Tyrone gets arrested for drug
why do
trafficking.
they get arrested? Oh, because they're driving somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So, Cillian's character used the dirty needle or
Wait,
something.
who's Cillian?
The main guy.
Yeah, the main guy.
Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Is it Jared Leto? I thought it was the guy from Peaky Blinders. Oh fuck.
That's what I was going to correct you
Oh
about.
fuck.
Yeah.
But he used the dirty needle, and his arm got, like, gangrene. Like, it stunk, and they end up getting arrested for drug trafficking, and he ends up losing his arm in jail, and then he gets sent to, like, a low security prison or something like that, right?
Yeah, and so they post bail, but it uses all their money. So in order to make more money, he has his girlfriend engage in prostitution to gain back the money so they can buy the drugs that they're trying to traffic. Because obviously the cops took all their drugs when they got arrested the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how his girlfriend gets into, like, this, sex scenes, the prostitution scenes, and he then gets arrested again. And that's, like, the ending pretty much, because obviously he loses his arm in jail. And then his girlfriend just stays in, as a prostitute, making money that way. So that's her vice. Is the
Why is
sex.
that funny to you? You're over there laughing.
Because, I mean, it's... you always say I'm a psycho, but I feel like,
you're over there like, then she got stuck being a prostitute. Ah!
no, but, like, the boyfriend obviously stuck in jail, and then his girlfriend's out there fucking people for money.
Jesus.
Like,
Man.
that's his fault. Like, like he chose you. You choose your bed. You make your bed, you lay in it. So, Yep. The ending scene is what her and another chick and you know, good ending.
Damn. All right. What are you rating it?
It's good. It's good. 8.7.
Ooh,
I like it.
that's high.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it. I'm gonna go probably 8.4.
all right.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Pretty respectable.
Yeah, be honest, I was gonna go like 8.4, 8.3.
Okay.
Funny note is on IMBD.
What?
IMDb.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, whatever. IMDb.
Yeah.
It's only ranked 5.4.
Now?
Yeah,
Huh.
Well, it was 8 something.
yeah. But I feel like it's a lot higher than that in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's a better movie than
We're going user rated, so
Yeah.
that might be different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because
But
on
who cares?
Rotten Tomato and all that. It's in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So-
weird.
Yeah.
Bunch of haters out there.
So you would recommend to watch?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Once.
at least
It's
once.
another one of those movies where you know that's why it's on
Yeah.
the other episode. But yeah.
Yeah, at least once watch it. Give it a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Make your own opinion on it.
Right. No, I like it. All right, moving on. What did you watch?
Oh, what did you watch?
What did you watch? Shayma, what'd you watch? Go.
I went with one of my favorites, Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
You ever seen it?
Ooh, is it Gerard Butler? Nope.
No.
That's
No.
that. Nope. That's the movie where he's like a prisoner in a video game
That's
thing.
Gamer.
Yeah,
Gamer.
yeah. No, Ready Player One is where
It's
like
the dudes from what's that TV show? Is it the Workaholic guy? Or somebody's in it. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, so they're in like the year 2044, so it's in the future a little bit.
Okay, but not by much.
Yeah,
okay.
not that much. They're in Columbus, Ohio, so
Mhm.
that that's a funny aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this guy creates this virtual world, and it's like fully immersive, and it's so like addicting that everybody is in it. Everybody meets everybody in it. Everybody lives in it.
Do you make like an avatar?
Yeah, and your avatar can be anything from cartoon, anime,
So- Oh, okay.
anything you imagine it can be. That's pretty much how they market it. Anything you can think can
That's cool.
happen. I mean, they have casinos in this virtual reality. Everything's in this virtual reality because life outside this thing, hell, because the economy tanked and everything, right? Well, the guy who created it ends up dying, and he left what's called an Easter egg in the game, and whoever finds the Easter egg gets his control in the company who controls this thing, and it's like $500 billion worth, right? So for 5 years, everybody's trying to find these 3 different Easter eggs. No one's found it in 5 years because it's insanely hard to pass the first challenge to get the first what they call key to get the Easter egg. You have to get 3 keys, and it's this huge race. You go up against. It's a wacky movie. Like you face off against Kong in a race. He tries to stop you from winning a race. No one has even gotten close to winning this race, and you have to think about what this guy's life was because they end up finding a clue in one of the guy's memory, which is also in the game. Like there's a library of everything he's ever
So
experienced.
it's basically a movie that's like a video game, like a real
100%.
video.
Yeah, 100%. He finds a clue in one of the guy's memory, and he actually ends up winning the race. And then he becomes insanely popular. Everybody's crazy. And the bad guy in it, who's like a competing company, who's trying to win this company so that they're now the number 1 company in the world, and then they can advertise in this game because there's no advertisements allowed in this game. So they try to win him over. They don't win him over. Then they try to kill him in real life, right? It's a game, but whatever. So he gets away, and then he teams up with these other guys in the game. They end up getting the second key, and then
I mean, you don't got to tell us the whole movie.
okay. Well, So then, the last key, the bad guys end up finding where it's at and how to win it, or how to get it, because they now have 2 keys also. So they're pretty much camping at the last key, right? And so the kid ends up like getting everybody in the world to go against this company. And it's a massive battle, which is funny as shit because you have like Chucky's in it, the Iron Giant, Gundams. Funny as shit battle.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, they end up winning. They end up getting the key.
Well,
So, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we don't need to watch it now. Sam told us what happened.
It's a good movie, so I felt like I had to give the full description.
Yeah.
It's all good. It sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, it seems like I would enjoy it. I don't know if everybody would, but
Yeah,
I play video games.
Yeah, I
so-
would assume that it's not everybody's, movie that they would like to
Good?
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swallowed my spit. I was trying to hold it in.
But yeah, I'd recommend watching it at least once.
Yeah.
Good movie.
I've been watching. Well, I've been watching part of it. My wife has been watching, and then I've been watching parts of it. So, but it's really
Okay.
good. It's a docu series
Okay.
on Amazon about Hugh Hefner. It's called like The American Playboy,
Okay.
I think. But it's pretty good. It goes pretty in depth and like the beginning of Playboy and how it kind of evolved. Like
Mhm.
it was the first of its kind, and then very soon after it becomes like it's falling behind because the line just keeps getting pushed further and further and further until where we are now, obviously. But it gets like into like his life and the business side of it, and they open casinos, and it's a whole thing. But it's I don't even know how many parts are in it, like 8 maybe.
Mm.
I mean, he seems like a pretty good businessman for
Yeah,
whatever he
and it's
did.
good, and he's in it, so like
Oh, really?
yeah, so like it's him talking a lot, but then there's a guy who like acts it out too.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like
but
that.
it's pretty good if you're
Yeah,
in.
it's probably stitched with like different interviews.
Yeah,
throughout
yeah,
time, right?
yeah. Well, and then like it's him, like
So this movie was made before he died?
parts of it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like some of it's him just talking to the camera, like.
Mm.
But yeah, and the guy who plays him does a pretty good job of.
Is there a lot of smokers' jackets?
It's cool looking. Like
Yeah.
that's what I told my wife when I was watching. Like, I was like, I definitely would have smoked cigarettes if I was there. Like, if I was in that
You
room,
had to.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely smoking cigarettes with those guys. They just looked cool as shit.
No, you got it.
I mean, but you wouldn't be in black and white, I guess, if you were there. That's partly.
You
part
gotta
of
get
what
a
makes it-
cigar. Cigar and a nice glass of brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? That's what you need.
I like the idea of that,
Yeah?
and then I would sit down and not like it. So, I am who I am.
It looks cool.
But it looks really
It
cool.
looks cool.
I'm into that.
All right.
All right.
I've been watching I don't think it's on anymore. It's on Discovery Plus, but it's Storm Chasers,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's about these meteorologists that track tornadoes.
Yeah.
And a couple of them have built like armored cars to get inside the tornadoes to take readings, and one's filming an IMAX movie, and his dream shot is parking, having a tornado coming at him, and then going over him. And he has like a turret with an IMAX camera
Well,
in the car, and he wants to capture. And I think he eventually does at some point, but not in the seasons I've watched so far. But it's just gnarly because they'll be going, and it looks just like a normal thunderstorm, and all of a sudden there's 3 tornadoes like
Yeah.
right around you. And what I kind of don't like about them is, and it's their job. One group is all about just getting the video, and there's a couple groups about science and getting readings. Well, there's one, and then there's one about getting the IMAX. So there's 3 different groups mostly. Most of the time though, when they see tornadoes, they're like super excited and they're really happy about it.
but people are dying.
But people are dying, and
Yeah.
then it shows them going into a town to survey damage. No, it's just because they're on the fucking TV show right
Right.
now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't give a fuck. It seems like they don't. At least
Yeah, that's messed
Yeah,
up.
You
I
know?
mean, that's not their job.
They're trying to act all sincere
Yeah,
after
no.
the fact. It's
No.
like,
Like stepping over dead people. Like, let's look
Basically.
over here.
going
Yeah.
through somebody's house.
Yeah,
it
that's-
took their entire life to buy.
exactly. This person just literally lost everything,
Yeah,
Right.
and
you're filming a TV show. Like,
yeah. So I kind of don't vibe with that.
But it's reality.
Yeah, and like the science guys use
See
the
both.
excuse that if they can get in, which makes sense.
Get
If they
better
they need
information.
better data, they can predict them better.
But you don't have to make a TV show about it.
Not so much. No, because there's obviously they're making it out to be, since there's so many different teams now, they're making it like the movie
Competition.
Twister with the two competing freaking storm chasers. Yeah, there's rivalries, and it's like, you guys,
why does it have to be like that?
Yeah.
like
People are dying out here, man.
right, and one guy's
Your
pissed.
focus could be somewhere else.
But you're watching it.
What, the tornadoes?
Didn't
look
you
cool
want
as
to be a
sweet.
meteorologist?
Yeah, I thought about it.
A meteorologist and a storm chaser are different, right? I mean,
Well, they use
It's
meteorologists
the same
to look at the
science.
storms.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guys who are filming, use two meteorologists in a different car to track the storms and predict where the tornadoes are going to go, and then they go and drive there, and it's good. It's interesting. The tornadoes look cool as shit because sometimes you get the little swirly ones, and sometimes you get the giant, big old ones.
Very scientific, right there.
Hey, people knew what I just said. That's all that matters. You know? So it's a fun show. There's a lot of shows on the Discovery Channel that I like, because they're just
You have
easy to
Discovery
watch.
Plus.
Hell yeah.
I just saw Howard Stern had Tom Arnold on, and his sister was a big like meth dealer across like 4 or 5 states, and he has a documentary on there
Really?
called Queen of Meth, I think is what it's called.
Really?
It's about his sister, yeah. But he made it sound really cool, but I was like, I don't even know anybody that has Discovery Plus, but
Alex says
here's
I
the
am.
guy. Here's the one guy right here who has Discovery Plus.
Keep it up in business.
Damn. Well, watch it and let me know, or I'll steal your password or something.
Hey, you know what you need to do for that password.
Let me know how the movie is.
All right.
Well, is that gonna wrap it up?
I think so.
Any
Feeling good.
Any final words,
Nope.
Shaman?
just give us some comments, what you want to hear, and reach out.
Yeah, we're always open for suggestions. If you're a loyal fan, we'll make you happy.
Alex will.
I'll do what I need. On that note, I'll see you later.
Later.